Data packs are more lightweight and easier to install over mods. So let's go over 12 data packs to improve your Minecraft world. Let's bring a shader function to vanilla Minecraft with the Dynamic Torches data pack, as it brings real life into Minecraft. Now when you throw torches, it will emit light onto the ground without needing to place it. So if you find a big cave you want to check it's safe before entering, throw a torch into it. Or throw it off a cliff if you want to see how long the fall is. Or just fly around throwing a bunch of them for a satisfying light trail. This data pack will save your life one day. Explorify adds in new structures to your world. There is only a couple of new structures, which includes the Badlands pyramids, and this is just like a normal pyramid that has loot on the inside. Just be careful not to blow it up when you get down the bottom. You can find these new stone houses in the woods, but be prepared as there is a spawner inside, which you can easily turn into an XP farm, if you're strong enough to tame this spawner. And exploring through the mountains, you will stumble across a new mountain hut, the perfect little place for you to spend the night at. And I love how simple these look. Wandering around, you will also find watchtowers scattered throughout the biomes, which could look great as a centerpiece for your town. And you will also find lone villager houses and a little farm in your world. These guys will take anyone for a bed and breakfast and give you an easy night's stay when you start your world. Going down to the Minecraft basement, you will see the piglins have done some renovations to the bastion, making it a place easier to explore, and the bridges make for some epic battles with the piglins. And the best part is, there is also a wrecked new ender ship that has some loot in it. Makes going to the end a bit more fun, and I hope we see something like this in a future update. Hallucinate is a data pack enhancing the deep dark biome, causing you to hallucinate in 4 different stages. The first stage happens when you enter the deep dark. The second stage happens when you pick up an echo shard. You will now see your screen dips in and out of blackness like Dr. Disrespect's career. The third stage happens when you're being a noisy boy in someone else's room and summon the warden. And the fourth stage happens when the warden backhands you with enough power to rival Goku. As you can see, your screen is constantly dipping in and out of blackness, really showing off the power of the warden's aura, making it super hard to try and fight him or even just run away. As you can see, I kept donking into walls. Hearths is a great light data pack that adds new features and structures to the vanilla nether. This pack will enhance 3 areas of the nether. First being the nether waste by adding in better looking terrain generation, so it's no longer a pancake biome, giving it nether spikes with blackstone and magma lakes to add a little bit more detail and life to this biome. The next 2 are structures, which are the Crimson Tower and the Warp Tower. And can you guess where they are located? These towers are filled with spawners, so come prepared with your devil fruit to make it out alive in one piece. But in between the spawner levels, you can find some loot to help you on your blocky adventure. I love this data pack as it adds just the right amount of content to fit perfectly into the nether. Do you enter villages and feel like Pepperidge Farm is ripping you off? Well, don't smack him. First of all, install the Villager Hero data pack. Then get yourself an army of iron golems for a raid. This is an unnecessary amount of golems, but they are needed for science. Oh, come on, man. You just have to say you don't want to go to war. Not in front of the kids. Once the raid has started, let the island golems do all the work, and you come in right at the end and take all the glory by taking out the last pillager. Now you will have the Villager Hero effect, which will make the villagers give cheaper trades to you. And as you can see, the villagers will let off fireworks as a token of your hard work protecting them. Now you will have the Villager Hero effect, which will make villagers give you cheaper trades, so you can save your precious resources on more trades. And you'll even get given a cake from a friendly villager. And yes, I'm talking about edible cake. Get your mind out of the gutter. So be a good Samaritan and give it to the local toolsmith, but place it on the floor so you don't break physics. The Nice Mobs Remastered Friends and Foe data pack overhauls mobs and adds in new structures to your world. Starting off, we got the floating ball in the ocean guarded by witches, protecting some booty inside. And the outside is surrounded by guardians. I guess you could say they're really guarding the place. Moving on. As we get our land legs back, we stumble across the Colosseum. And when you enter, you can place down 4 Ender Eyes into the end frames. Then you can watch some wizardry happen as it summons the Celestial Watcher, who is 1 shade away from Pink Eye. This big eye sees all, including your deleted browser history. It will attack you with baby eyes, shooting spells at you, and even headbutting you. This thing is a challenge to beat, so be prepared for a fight. And it likes hiding in the wall, so it might sneak up on you every now and then. I just need to pause this for a minute to show you this baby sheep riding the pupper sheep. Anyways, but once you defeat it and head back to the summoning room, touch the purple liquid for a good time, as it transports you to the Astral Planes. The Astral Planes is a dark biome filled with many powerful mobs that are hungry for your insides. These mobs also come with levels, making some mobs stronger than others. There is also fishermen villages in little huts down here. But don't try and sleep down here unless you want to meet your ancestors. There is also little towers that are overrun by mobs with cheeky loot inside to steal. Once you slaughter all the mobs and make your way to the top, you are met with some pretty nice views. But if you are like me and afraid of the dark and have to sleep with the nightlight on, we can head back to one of the many portals around to head back to the overworld. This mod also overhauls all mobs in the game to be harder with armor, weapons, and high level bosses. And some of these mobs are no joke and will one tap you. Also in the end dimension, the piglins have created a moon base, bringing in materials from the nether to the end to create their own little towns, which also makes gold accessible in the end now. They even get some cool space gear, so they can breathe nice and easy while up here. But they still aren't afraid to let you know who is the boss of these lands, so bring some good weapons to protect yourself. And also bring some warmth with you to keep the striders happy. But that's enough doom and gloom. There is also penguins and snails in the game. Just look at how cute the penguin families are waddling around the icy biomes. And the snail looks pretty cute. He's also very slow, as you would expect a snail to be. The realistic item drops data pack will make items lay down in the ground instead of float, which looks a lot better in my opinion, and it feels a bit more natural. So if the physics mod is too demanding on your PC, but you want some realism, this is the perfect data pack for you. It's a great little pack for you if you want some immersion in your Minecraft world. Psst. I've heard if you hit the red subscribe button using your elbow within 5 seconds, the next time you spawn into your world, a huge pile of netherite blocks will appear. So go on, give it a try. It also helps the channel out a ton. The Master Cutter data pack brings many useful features to the stone cutter. Starting out, you can now use wood on it to get the most of all your wooden blocks. So no more wasting wood in crafting tables, as you can now craft 2 trap doors from 1 wooden block, and not have a third door go to waste. It also improves base stone cutting, so now with blocks like stone, you can craft them straight into cobblestone and all the cobblestone types. This also has the same effect on deep slate, letting you craft all deep slate types from 1 deep slate block. And if you love copper blocks, they are also now usable on the stone cutter in all its oxidized forms. And if you have a block you accidentally crafted or just don't like, you can uncraft it and get some of its materials back to use for other crafts or builds in your world. This is actually such a great feature. You can also recycle blocks into other blocks, such as stairs can be recycled into slabs, trapdoors, fences, and so on. This is perfect for all your spare blocks you have left over from builds. There is also some extra blocks that can be used to be cut down into some useful items as well. This is such a great data pack that really enhances the stone cutter and the gameplay of your world. Vanilla Refresh adds in some great quality of life improvements that should just be in vanilla Minecraft. Come on Mojang, what are you doing? Throw us a bone here. You can now change the stance of armor stands up to 7 times, which is great for decoration purposes, and you can make it dab. And this just makes armor stands feel more alive, and you can show off your gear a bit better. You can see the health of all entities, so now you can make sure if you're brave enough to attack it or not. XP will always come to you no matter how far away you are from it, so you can feel like Goku gathering energy, and it just looks so cool having XP fly towards you. When you enter a biome you haven't been in before, you get a message on screen of the biome you're entering. This is great for anyone who keeps track of the biome achievement. And beating the Ender Dragon gives the animation a little upgrade, and you can make it so it drops an elytra. And this is just a lot more useful than the Dragon Egg. The Dragon Egg is as useful as the Kayan Knife, or as we call it, a Kniffy. You can also enable Dragon Eggs to respawn, so when you beat the dragon for a second time, it will drop an egg and an elytra. And one of the most useful add-ons of this mod is being able to place ladders below you, so now you can ladder down into caves. This is the perfect mod for anyone who sucks and can't MLG bucket to save their life. Oh, you can also load up ender pearls into a lodestone and have it so you can teleport back to a lodestone from up to 96 blocks away, which is pretty cool. No more living life on easy mode. Now let's make the dragon as angry as your mum when you forget to take dinner out of the freezer. True Ending makes the End Island feel like a boss fight with particles floating around the island, which looks great. End crystals are now blue, and it tells you how many crystals are left each time you blow one up, which why isn't this in vanilla Minecraft? The dragon shoots more dragon breath at you now, so I hope your endurance is up to speed. But that's not all. Every now and then, she will rise up into the heavens only to come down for a ground pound, pushing out a shockwave big enough to move Jabba the Hutt. But she looks damn good when doing this maneuver. And if you slap her enough, she will get cranky and send out a swarm of dragon breath. And these will linger around for a while. But that's not all. When she has had enough of your shit, she brings out the angry mama bear. She will belly flop on you so hard it bounces her back into the stratosphere, where she unleashes a defense mechanism straight from the Death Star, scary enough to make Saitama need new undies. This is a deadly maneuver, which is hard to avoid. But all is fine and dandy once you get her health down to empty, just like my fuel tank. She gracefully floats up into the air accepting defeat. And she only requires one more blow to be defeated. You can't shoot arrows at her, but you can walk underneath her and ascend up to give her the final blow. All it takes is one hit and you have conquered the end of the game. I also had physics mod installed, that's why the dragon's body flopped around like that. This is honestly one of the best dragonfight mods I've ever seen, and I recommend everyone install this and give it a go. Oh look, a lonely villager. It would be a shame if someone stole him. Quick George, run, we captured a live one. Villager transportation is a mod that allows you to move villagers on camels and llamas. And this is more convenient than having wheels on a car, a must need in everyday life. I love this mod, and if you use 100% of your brain, you can attach a lead to a llama and then tow the llama with your camel, making transporting multiple villagers easier than buttering your toast. You can also live life a little on the wild side and show these villagers what happens when they step out of line. Or if you get lonely, you can just pick up a villager friend and take him for a lovely stroll around your world. Let's improve Minecraft's world generation with Tectonic. This world-altering data pack improves world generation to make mountains more mountainy, cliffs more cliffy, and rivers wider than your mum. Oh, you thought we were going to go through a Thrill House video without a your mum joke. Well, think again, because these rivers look beautiful and also a lot more natural and boat friendly. They are just perfect. This data pack doesn't just change the world height limit, but also makes biomes bigger and a bit more natural looking, making for perfect scenic views and great for building epic builds on. Also in the underground we get lava rivers in caves, which is a nice touch and I think looks great when flying through. And oceans also get deeper, mimicking the real life oceans. This data pack only improves and enhances vanilla blocks and biomes, so nothing new or world altering gets added to the game. But this pack is also compatible with Terralith if you use the Terralith mod. The only thing this pack is bad at is recommending a video to you, but YouTube is a pro at that, so click on the YouTube recommended video for a good time. You won't be disappointed, and I'll see you legends over there.